Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with another subscriber requested video for you. So I was recently asked to talk about perfumes for going out, like having a girls' night out or maybe date night. So I grabbed a little mixture of both. I grabbed some that I think would be great for a girls' night out. I grabbed some that were fragrances that I used to wear when I used to go out. And then I grabbed some that I think would make great date night fragrances. So I've got a ton here. I'm gonna jump right in. Okay, so the first one that I'm gonna talk about is one that I used to wear. In fact, when I very first met my husband and we used to go out at night, this is the fragrance that I used to wear a lot of the time. He really liked it. I thought it was a super fun fragrance. It's super warm and just, I don't know, I love it. This is a fragrance from Escada and this is called Moon Sparkle. A dear subscriber sent this over to me. It's probably been a couple of years ago. She said that she had a friend who was going through all her perfume and decluttering things and gave this to her, and she already had a bottle of it, so she asked me if I wanted it, and oh my gosh, I am so grateful to have a bottle of the real perfume in my collection. La Rive makes a really good dupe called Have Fun. It smells identical to Moon Sparkle. It just doesn't last very long is the only problem with it. I do have both and I love them both. But yeah, I used to wear this a lot when I first met my husband 13, 14 years ago now. Oh my gosh, I love Moon Sparkle. It's fruity and floral. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. I love this one because it's great for any time of year, but I love it in the warm weather. And this one is just fun for if you're gonna like go out dancing or, you know, when you work up a sweat, it just smells so good. As it warms on your skin, it just smells so good. So yeah, I had to talk about this one because this is one that I actually used to wear. Or this is one that I actually did wear when I used to go out and do stuff, which I don't anymore, but yeah, so that is the Escada Moon Sparkle. Okay, this next one, I just think that this is a great any occasion kind of fragrance. I think this is amazing for going out for either like a girls' night out or a date night. It's just an easy to reach for, pretty safe fragrance. This is a fragrance from Kantrend and this is called Roulette. This is an extrait de Parfum. This was also sent over to me. I had never even heard of this brand before. This is a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540. I think the extrait version of Baccarat Rouge 540. This is an amazing clone. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a clone of the extrait. It's beautiful. It's smoother than the original Baccarat Rouge 540 and maybe a little bit sweeter. To me, this is just like a perfect going out fragrance. It's safe, you're gonna smell amazing. If you are dancing and get hot, it's gonna smell so good, like radiating off of you. It's gonna be a crowd pleaser. It's just a great, safe going out fragrance, in my opinion. This or the real Baccarat Rouge 540, Ariana Grande Cloud, anything with that kind of scent profile, I think would be an amazing going out fragrance. Are you gonna be the most unique smelling person in the room? Probably not, because I think the whole world has caught on to Baccarat Rouge 540. It's so funny because I'll see people that are not in the fragrance world. They're not fragrance people. In fact, like a lot of makeup people that I watch will talk about their perfumes every once in a while, and inevitably all of them talk about Baccarat Rouge 540, which is funny. It just shows you how popular that perfume is though, and the reach that it had. But anyways, I do think it's an amazing smelling perfume and it's a great going out choice. So anyways, yeah, my version is Kantrend Roulette. Another kind of spin on the Baccarat Rouge 540 scent profile is this one here from Dior. This is Caribbean Casino, and this is an amazing going out fragrance in warm weather. This is a mix of Creed Virgin Island water and Baccarat Rouge 540. And it is an amazing scent. In fact, whenever we do, like if we ever go anywhere, if we ever take trips anywhere, if we ever go out, maybe to dinner or, you know, go hang out with people in the summertime at all, whether it's in the day or night, this is the fragrance I always wear, and I always get compliments on it. People absolutely love this fragrance because the Baccarat Rouge 540 scent profile is familiar, but it's got that beautiful coconut lime twist to it, and it's amazing. It's nuclear. This perfume is nuclear. It will last all night and all into the next day until you wash it off. I've even still smelled like this perfume after having taken a shower. It's that nuclear. It's amazing, but it's a great going out perfume because it just smells good. It performs super well, and it's a crowd pleaser, and it's a little bit different. There's a little bit of a different twist on the whole Baccarat Rouge 540 scent profile. I really love it. This is like my summer go-to going out or going anywhere fragrance. So that is Dior Caribbean Casino. And I will tell you, back in the day, the original Escada Moon Sparkle was a beast. It lasted forever. It was, gosh, it performed so well. The Kantrend Roulette is a beast. It lasts forever. I just talked about Dior, it's nuclear. Pretty much every perfume that I chose, I also chose for longevity, so you don't have to carry a fragrance with you. You'll be able to go out and have fun and not have to worry about your fragrance. Okay, this next one is pretty cliche. Everybody talks about this as a going out fragrance. I'll wear this perfume any time of year. I don't need a reason to wear it. I certainly don't need to be going out to wear it. I do know that for a lot of people, this is like a special occasion or going out perfume, and I can see why. This is Dior Addict, and this is the newest formulation, which is still incredible. It's one of the only fragrances of theirs that they have not completely butchered. I love this. This is Orange Blossom and Jasmine, and this one is Bourbon Vanilla. It doesn't even have any Tonka bean in it anymore, but you wouldn't know it. It smells like it's got Tonka bean in it. It's amazing. It's a perfect going out scent. It's a beast. It will last forever. This one you're gonna smell slightly mysterious. Like nobody is really, I don't think anybody's gonna be able to pinpoint what you're wearing. And you're not gonna smell like a bunch of other people. This is a popular perfume, but I never smell this on people, like ever. I never smelled Dior Addict on anybody else. So at least in my area, this would be a really unique choice to go out in because nobody else smells like this. I think this would be great for a girls' night, especially for a date night. It's super beautiful for a date night. I just love it. I think it's an amazing, iconic, but also kind of cliche going out fragrance. So that is Dior Addict. Next, this is a fragrance that if I would have had this 10 years ago, this would have been a go-to going out fragrance for me. This is Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle Le Parfum Intense. This is very much like, oh my goodness, it's very, very much like La Belle, but it is way more intense. It's much creamier. It smells like sweet, sweet stewed pears and custard. It's amazing. I love this fragrance. It's a deeper, richer, like more sexy version of La Belle. This would be, again, great as a girls' night out fragrance or great as a date night fragrance. Your date's gonna love it. I always got so many compliments on this or La Belle anytime I wore it. It's a crowd pleaser. It's beautiful. It's nuclear. It's gonna last forever. Well, they last really well for me. I hope they last for everybody else. Most Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances are nuclear. They last forever. But yeah, I love this one, and I think it would make an amazing going out fragrance. So anyways, that is Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle Le Parfum Intense. This next one, I pulled this one because I used to wear the original formulation of this to go out in back in the day. And it's another one of those kind of iconic kind of cliche going out fragrances. This is Black Opium. I pulled the Black Opium Illicit Green because I think this is the version that most people like more than any other version. I love it. I think it's amazing. I think I prefer the Intense just because I feel like the Intense performs just a little bit better than this one does. Yeah, this Illicit Green, it's got, I think this one has got some fig in it. So it's got this really beautiful kind of slight freshness to it. I don't know, Black Opium is beautiful. Vanilla, coffee, I think again, orange blossom. It's just amazing. It's another iconic, everybody, you know, like most women have been wearing this perfume for years and years and years. I think it's way overhyped. I don't think it's as great as, you know, everybody makes it out to be, but I do really enjoy it. And again, I think it would make an amazing like girls' night fragrance or date night fragrance. I think it could work for either one. And yeah, it's a people pleaser. Most people love the smell of Black Opium. There are, you know, some that hate it, but for the most part, most people love Black Opium, so it's a people pleaser. The Intense version will last you all night. The Illicit Green, this one performs way better than the original formulation. The original formulation is, of all of the, well, I've only got the 3. Of all of the 3 that I have, the original formulation is the worst performer. This is the second, or this one would be number 2, and then the Intense version or Extreme. I've got, I think there's an Extreme and an Intense at this point. Whichever one, Intense, Extreme, whichever one I have, that one lasts the longest. But yeah, this is an iconic going out fragrance, and I couldn't do a going out perfume list without Black Opium. This next one, this is another one that I used to wear a lot myself when I would go out, and I loved this one. This is another one that, you know, when you're out dancing and you get hot, this is another one that just smells amazing. It creates this beautiful bubble around you, fragrance bubble. This is Aquolina Pink Sugar. This is a fragrance, in fact, I've probably worn this fragrance out more than any other fragrance in my collection, just because I've owned a bottle of Pink Sugar for, I don't know, since probably the mid-2000s. And yeah, I used to go, obviously I was a lot younger in the mid-2000s. I was in my mid-20s, and so I would go out all the time and I would wear Pink Sugar a lot. I love this. It's really youthful and fun smelling. It's a kitchen sink kind of fragrance. It's got a million notes in it, but it's sweet, it's yummy, it's gourmand, it's a crowd pleaser. I would probably classify this more as a going out fragrance. I don't know, though I think it would be a fine date night fragrance, but this one does smell just a little bit juvenile. I think if I were going on a date, I would want to smell a little bit more sophisticated than this. But I think it would work for either one, especially depending on your age, but age doesn't really matter when it comes to fragrance. Wear what makes you happy. But yeah, I just think that this one, in my opinion, would make a better girls' night fragrance than it would date night. Though I've never met a male that did not like this perfume. So your date would probably appreciate Pink Sugar. It smells yummy, it's warm, it's gourmand, it's cozy, it's so good. So anyways, that is Aquolina Pink Sugar. Next, we have got a Paris Hilton fragrance. This is another one that if I would have had this 15 years ago, this would have been a go-to going out fragrance for me. This is Paris Hilton Gold Rush, and I love this fragrance. This is another one that it's warm and cozy. It's got some flowers in it. I think this one has got some caramel in the base. It's sweet. It's not gourmand. It's more perfumey than gourmand, but it kind of leans gourmand. This would be a great girls' night out fragrance, in my opinion. It could be worn as a date night fragrance as well, but in my opinion, I think it would be better as a girls' night fragrance. This one, again, I think if you got like hot and were dancing, this is gonna create this beautiful scent cloud around you. It's just a fun, youthful, sweet fragrance. that would just make such a fun going out fragrance. If I had had this 15 years ago, this would have been a go-to for me, for like going out and having fun, going out and drinking, going out and partying, going out and hanging out with my friends. Yeah, I would have definitely worn this one a lot. So that is Paris Hilton Gold Rush. This next one, this is another celebrity scent. I love this fragrance. I think it's beautiful. I think that this one could work either as a girls' night or a date night fragrance. This is Sofia Vergara Love. Unfortunately, this has become very difficult to find. I don't know why. I don't know if they're not, I don't know if they're not making this fragrance anymore, but I love this. This is another one that, oh, I love this. This is another one that if I would have had this 15 years ago, it would have been a go-to going out fragrance for me. This one is beautiful. It's a little bit sweet. It's light, but still warm and cozy. It's got coffee and coffee flower in it. It's got some florals in it. It's got praline in the base. It's beautiful. It's sweet and warm without being heavy. It's a super crowd pleaser. Every time I wear this, I get tons of compliments on this. When I used to wear this to work, I would get tons of compliments on it. Men love this fragrance, which is why I think it would be a great date night fragrance. It's not the most sophisticated perfume in the world, but it's really, really enjoyable and people really enjoy it. So I think just for that reason alone, it would make an amazing going out perfume. Whether it's a girls' night or a date night, I just think it would be amazing. So anyways, that is Sofia Vergara Love. In my opinion, this next one it would be an amazing girls' night or date night fragrance, but I think that this would be an incredible date night fragrance. This is Back to Black from Kilian, and I also have the Alexandria version called Fade to Black. Smells exactly like the real thing. Back to Black is a beautiful, syrupy honey and tobacco fragrance. It's rich, it's warm, it's kind of mysterious smelling. Nobody else is gonna smell like this, at least not in my area. I've never smelled Back to Black on anybody. So I think you would smell super unique. I think this would make an amazing girls' night fragrance. You would be the best smelling girl in the crowd. It would also make an amazing date night fragrance. It's sweet, again, a little bit mysterious. It's supposed to be unisex, but to me, this one leans a little bit more feminine, and I love it. It's syrupy, honey, and tobacco. This is a grown-up fragrance. This is like a grown woman fragrance without smelling in any way mature. But this is like a grown woman date night fragrance. This is when you want to smell sophisticated and expensive. You want to impress the person that you're going out with, but you want to also kill them with how you smell because you know you smell so good, if that makes sense. It's amazing. It's an amazing going out fragrance, special occasion fragrance. I love it. So that is Kilian Back to Black, or you could get the Alexandria clone, which is called Fade to Black. Okay, a few more. I've got another, this is a Be-Layered fragrance, and this one is called Mia's Blend. This is a clone of Jo Malone, Myrrh, and Tonka. And this is another one that I just think would make the most amazing date night fragrance. You could definitely wear this to a girls' night as well. Again, you're gonna be the best smelling girl in the crowd. You're gonna smell sophisticated and expensive, but that's what I think is great about it as a date night fragrance. You're gonna smell sophisticated and expensive and amazing, mysterious. Nobody else is gonna smell like this, and just expensive and good. I love it. If you like Myrrh and Tonka, you would love this one. It's smooth and warm. It's not a floral, it's not fruity, it's not overly sweet. It's a little bit resinous, and then it's got that kind of roasty Tonka. I love it. Tonka is one of my most favorite notes in the world, and I absolutely adore this fragrance. This might be my most favorite fragrance from Be-Layered. It's incredible. I have never smelled the original Myrrh and Tonka, and I feel like I don't need to because this one is so, so good. But yeah, this would make an amazing going out scent, but I think it would really be an incredible date night scent. So anyways, that is Be Layered Mia's Blend or Jo Malone Myrrh and Tonka, either one. This next one, this is another one. In fact, I was wearing this fragrance the night that I met my husband. This is one that I used to wear when I would go out all the time. I wore this one everywhere. I would wear this one to like concerts and festivals and going out. Everywhere I went, I wore this perfume. This is Hypnotic Poison from Dior, and I just loved this. I mean, I wore this way back in the day, 2007, 2008, somewhere in there, all the way until about 2012. I wore it all the time, and I love this. This is another yummy jasmine, orange blossom, caraway, vanilla. It's warm. It's a little bit mysterious smelling. This could be worn. I think this would be a great girls' night or date night. I used to wear it on both, and I loved it. It's just a perfect going out fragrance, and it's a people pleaser, and I adore it. I used to get complimented on my perfume all of the time by everybody. Men, women, didn't matter. Everybody loved this fragrance back then. The new formulation is not good, so I would probably look into finding a dupe, but yeah, I love this. This brings back a lot of going out memories for me. So anyways, that is Christian Dior Hypnotic Poison. This next one, I think this would be the funnest girls' night fragrance. You could wear this on a date night, but kind of like Pink Sugar, I feel like this one's a little bit juvenile, and it doesn't smell the most expensive in the world, and it doesn't smell super sophisticated. So not that you need to smell like all of those things for a date night. Sometimes for a date night, you just want something fun, easy, something that your partner is just gonna super enjoy, which I think this one they would. This is Michel Germain Sugarful, and this smells like candy. Like, yeah, it legitimately smells like candy. It's got some fruits in the top. It's got, I think, some light florals, sweet vanilla sugar. It's youthful, it's fun. This is one that, again, when you get hot, it's gonna create this beautiful, sweet bubble around you. And it's amazing. It's an absolute beast. It lasts forever, so you wouldn't have to worry about needing to reapply your perfume. Really, with any of these, you wouldn't have to worry about reapplying them. And yeah, this one, it's just super fun. I love this one. Can be worn in any kind of weather. Performs really well in any kind of weather. I love this. It would just be the funnest, like, girls' night out fragrance. So anyways, that is Michel Germain Sugarful. And then last but not least, this is a newer one to my collection, but again, if I had this 10 years ago when I used to go out, this would have been a go-to for me. This is Cacheral Yes I Am, and this is the funnest fragrance. It's fruity, but it's kind of got this cola vibe to it. It's like a grown-up fruity fragrance. It's not super juvenile smelling. Again, I feel like this would be better as a girls' night fragrance, but I could totally see this being worn on a date night. I think your date would love the way you smelled in this. This one is a little bit more complex too. It kind of changes. Sometimes it smells more fruity, sometimes it's more sweet, sometimes it's a little bit more floral. It just depends on where you're at in the wear time of it as to what is the most prominent. But this is gorgeous. Super fun, a little bit youthful, but not super youthful, not in an unsophisticated kind of way. It's not the most sophisticated fragrance in the world, and it's not the most, well, it is a little bit unique, but not the most unique thing in the whole world. But it's fun. It's a fun perfume. It's nuclear. It lasts absolutely forever on me, and such a fun fragrance. This would be like the ultimate girls' night out fragrance. This would be a fun, like if you were going on a cruise fragrance, this would be a fun, like girls' trip kind of fragrance. Just such a fun girls' night or girls' trip fragrance. So anyways, that is Cacheral Yes I Am. And that is gonna be it, guys. Those are a lot of the fragrances in my collection that I either wore as going out or date night fragrances, or that I think would make amazing girls night or date night fragrances. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.